So, didn't have a little technical difficulties earlier. I apologize about that. Not that you all will actually know. Alright, so we're going to talk politics here. I know. We're all tired of them. But here's the deal. Just give me a chance here. And I think you'll like it. Because, of course, my uneducated redneck rear end has a very different take on things. So, I probably should say something like vulgar language will be used, blah, blah, blah. Here's the deal, folks. Politics are usually broke down into two major parties, left wing and right wing. The first thing that pops into my mind when I hear wings is chicken wings. But the first realistic thing that pops into mind when I'm not being a fat kid is a bird. Left wing, right wing, all part of one bird. You see, I'm a car guy, so I'm going to put this analogy here. Car speak. Take my car, get it all cleaned up, get it just right. It's all prettied up and got it clean, put a wax on it, got the tires all prettied up and clean, put a shine on them, got all the half-used cans of dip and the spit bottle out of the truck, shined up the dash, got it real pretty. No sooner than I get done, I know some damn bird's going to poop on it. This is life. We've all been there, right? You guys are fighting over if the left wing of the bird or the right wing of the bird is why your car got crapped on. Fact of the matter, the bird did that and both wings helped. It's kind of how government works nowadays. You see, you guys are fighting over which wing of that bird to blame for crapping on your car. It doesn't make a lot of sense because they both work together and they both combined help make up the bird. And you guys seriously think it's one side of the bird's fault over the other? It's not. They work together. That's why your car got pooped on. I'm tired of watching you people fight and argue over if it's the right wing or the left wing that's better. Newsflash, it's the same bird and it's still going to crap on you. Folks, quit. It's not worth it. Y'all go from calling each other brothers and sister and family a week ago to not talking. Some of y'all are actually brothers and sisters and family and quit talking over it. Don't make no sense to me. Y'all been family your whole life. You're gonna quit talking because one person supports a moron and the other person supports a different moron? It don't make no sense to me, folks. Now, I could beat this analogy half to death, but I won't. I'm gonna wrap it up quickly and say that you're about morons if you keep fighting over it. Seriously, you are. Trump, Hillary, Bernie Sanders, Vermin Supreme, Gary Johnson, all part of one big evil bird that's just determined to see who can shit on you the most. In a couple years, you'll vote again with the same logic. Now, all you constitutional experts that know everything there is, and all you government agency experts that know everything there is about how all this stuff works, why are you guys fighting over a presidential election? Your vote doesn't matter. Oh, Nick, every vote counts. Everybody has to vote. No, moron. Your vote doesn't matter in the presidential election. You ever heard of the Electoral College? If nobody in this country casts a single vote on November 8th, we are still going to get a president-elect. And on January 20th, they're going to swear in our new master and ask them if they will uphold and defend the Constitution while using a whip to beat the hell out of us low-life slaves. People, I'm going to explain this as simply as I can. We, the people, are the rightful masters of both the courts and of Congress, not the president. It is our job to make sure laws are enacted and followed or abolished as they benefit us. And we elect representatives to Congress who ultimately will make up the Electoral College. And the Electoral College will vote the president in, not me and you. You can vote all you want. It won't matter. The voter fraud scam doesn't matter. 10 billion dead people can vote for Hillary or Trump, and it doesn't matter. Quit fighting over it. Seriously. You look ignorant. Vote local. That matters. Work on voting in good congressional representatives. That matters. Arguing over the president, your vote literally, legally, does not matter. The Electoral College does. So all of y'all screaming about how Hillary is this, and Trump is that, and Johnson is this, and this retard is that. It doesn't matter. It's like you fighting with the neighbor on the left side of your house over if the neighbor on the right side of the house's grass is green enough. I don't get it. People, at the end of the day, we're going to get a master, not a president. And y'all are seriously going to argue over which master is going to beat us the least and give us the best slop. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't give a damn about anybody but themselves. And that's the God's honest truth. You may not like it. You may not like me for saying it, and that's fine. But the fact of the matter is at the end of the day, folks, you're fighting a pointless ass fight with each other over Hillary and Trump. Your vote doesn't matter. They're both slave masters, and we're all the slaves. If you doubt me, fact check me. Check and look up what the Electoral College is. The closest thing to an actual casting vote that will matter is what's called a congressional election. If neither candidate receives the required number of electoral votes to retain the presidency of the United States, you still won't matter. Because it will come down to a congressional vote, which I don't think's ever actually been done in this country, amazingly enough. But Congress will literally do a yay or nay Democratic vote. When I say Democratic, I mean an actual democracy vote, which means if 49 people say yay to Trump and 51% of them people say no to Trump, he loses. Vice versa. If 51% of the elected congressional representatives vote yes for Trump and 49% vote no, it's kind of where it stands. It's never happened in this country, but so people, your vote this election year doesn't matter. And that's not a conspiracy, that's legal fact. And if they don't receive the Electoral College votes enough to win, which would be hilarious at this point, that would be great. Couldn't wait to see what half these retards do. They're going to do a congressional election, and our vote still will not matter. Quit voting for your president. Vote local. Vote in your city councils, your town halls. Vote for your congressional representatives. Your vote for president doesn't matter. It'd be like them putting up a vote for the Supreme Court justices. Wouldn't matter. People, for the love of God, quit fighting each other over it. Quit threatening each other over it. Quit the name calling. And quit thinking you're right. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong on this election. You voted Congress in. Hopefully, you paid half as much attention to your congressional electors as you do the presidential race. Because only one of those elections matter to us. The president answers to Congress. Congress is supposed to answer to us. But we're more worried about the president. We don't vote on him. We don't control him. Congress does. We're supposed to control Congress. Yet we don't give a damn who we're electing for Congress. Think I'm wrong? check it. You think I'm right? Cool. Hate me for what I gotta say? Even better. You love me for what I gotta say? Awesome. Fact of the matter is, what I'm telling you is the truth. You don't have to like it. You ain't gotta believe it. But it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. For the record, come November, when we elect a president, we're screwed. Let's face it, 300 and some million people in this country, and the best options we could find and put up is Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Voting on the lesser of two evils has literally left us with Satan's son and daughter. So, I'd personally like to thank you older generation who likes to blame us millennials, which I'm one of millennial, by the way, in case you haven't figured it out, which is anybody that was alive that was not 18 at 2000, which is roughly like 16 to 35, I think, right now. Somewhere in that ballpark. Don't blame us for this country. You dumbasses have been electing the same sitting members of Congress for, hell, some cases 30, 40 years. Y'all elected Hillary Clinton 30 years ago, not us. You realize my generation, most of us, our first election was Bush Jr., which means y'all voted in Bill Clinton. Y'all voted in Bush Sr. That wasn't us. Quit blaming us. Seriously, you guys screwed up. You guys messed up the economy. You guys elected corrupt tyrants in, and then you blame this country on us. I mean, you guys realize I was barely old enough to vote for Bush Jr.? Seriously, turned 18 that October. Don't blame that crap on me. Don't blame these wars on me. Poverty, you gotta control inflation. That, by the way, would be the generation above me and the generation above them. Not us. You morons have been voting the lesser of two evils and voting party lines so long, you've destroyed this country. That's not us. We may be ignorant as all shit, but y'all are the one that voted in morons. And then you raised us. So if we're screwed up, you raised us. If this country sucks in your opinion, you voted them in, not us. Y'all, it's going to be a short video. I've only got a couple minutes of record time. If anybody actually knows how to work these damn phone things, help me out, because I'm down to like 5 minutes after this video of record time. Somebody help me fix this. Seriously, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. People, stand for your rights, but learn them first. Not just the Second Amendment and the First Amendment. Learn all the Constitution. Learn all the founding documents. For the love of God, learn how government works if you're going to argue over it. That'd be like me arguing over damn spaceships. It'd be pointless. I don't know them. And half of y'all don't know government. And I don't care if you're 18 or 80. Half of y'all don't have a slightest clue about how the government works. And think for some odd reason that you should have the deciding factor. You don't. You vote for Congress. Congress votes for the president. Left wing, right wing. Same bird still taking a crap on you. Alright, people. Peace out. It's probably about time for me to get the kids up. I don't know. Wife's working. I've apparently got to start dinner and get the kids off to school and all that adult stuff. Have fun.